Okay, so what you're gonna do is I've just got this red background so it'll kind of make everything show up. And I put all my elements into a group here. And then I'm gonna duplicate the group. I'm just gonna turn off this bottom layer. I'm doing this because I'm gonna flatten this and I wanna leave this editable version of all your stuff intact, so we don't wanna do any permanent damage. So we're just gonna turn that layer, that group layer off. And then we're gonna take and we're gonna flatten this, all of these elements so they're one image now. We're going to duplicate this layer and then I'm going to select the bottom layer and I'm going to go up to my hue and saturation and I'm going to slide the brightness all the way to white. So now you can see if we turn this one off, this whole thing below it is solid white. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna make sure we have this white layer selected, and then you're gonna go up and you're going to tap on your wand, and then we're gonna select the Gaussian blur. I'm never sure if I'm saying that correct. And we're gonna tap and then hold it on the screen, your pencil, and you're gonna just slide it over. I'm gonna slide it over to about 8%. And once you do this, you'll get an idea for how big or how thick you want your offset to be, and then you can adjust it a little more, a little less, whatever you like. But I just kind of want to get the basic idea for you. Then you're going to tap your selection tool and you're going to make sure you have automatic selected. And then again, you're going to tap on the screen and we're going to tap and hold, and then you're going to slide it, and we're adjusting this threshold. And if you can kind of see, like, we don't want the whole screen to turn blue. We're just trying to select the most of that outline that we can without it selecting beyond that. So you can see it says selection threshold 100%. So I'm gonna let go there. I'm gonna go back to my layers. I've got this bottom layer selected and I'm gonna tap and I'm gonna say fill layer. I already have white as the color that's selected, so I'm gonna tap fill layer. And you can see it created this offset around the image for me. I don't know if you can see, but if you zoom in, it's pretty jagged. So I think you can see. So I'm gonna zoom back out and I'm just gonna repeat that process again to kind of help smooth those lines out. So I've got this white offset layer selected. I'm gonna go back to my wand, do Gaussian blur, and this time I'm only gonna go to about 3%. So I'm just repeating this process. I'm gonna tap the selection tool. It's still on automatic. Tap and just slide it so that I'm getting to where I've got the maximum amount of blue selected, but it doesn't go further than that to where the whole screen is. Let go, tap, go to fill layer, and then that kind of helps smooth that out a little bit. So if you use your monoline brush to do this, it's gonna get smoother. It won't have these jagged edges, and you can try repeating that process a couple of times, maybe a little less Gaussian blur, and just see if you can smooth it out. But this is just the general idea. You can also come in and you can grab your white and then you can drag and you can say continue filling, and then you can just fill in these little areas here because you're gonna want those solid. And then like for these teeny tiny ones, you may just go ahead and grab the monoline brush and just manually fill those in. But that's the general idea. And so sometimes it just depends on, if, like I said, if you're using the monoline brush to do this, it may just be a little smoother. Like, let's see if I can zoom in on this. So you can just see the difference in those edges. You can see where this is a little more jagged than that one. But you can play around with it and see which way you get better results, and that's easier for you.